right. Hello. Good, well, I was going to say good morning. If you're in Hawaii, I guess. I don't know what time it is. It might be noon. It's afternoon. Anyway, good day. My name's Kraig Smyth, and I'm going to talk to you about disengaging from linear mindset and draw some parallels with Socrates. So, finding optimism, that's a good challenge, definitely good challenge. And talking with people always about finding optimism. And challenges, we have so many challenges. How do you find optimism when there's so many challenges, right? Well, sit down, this could be a long story. And it's it's all part of it. It's all part of it. We're all learning, we're all growing, we're stepping forward from now. But I'm gonna try and keep things as concise as possible, even though there's a lot of meditation involved with finding optimism. One thing I do is I help build healthy philosophy and philosophy development. So we build philosophies that help us overcome our challenges, that help us and embrace our challenges. That's a challenge within itself. How do we look at things? Are they challenges that are healthy, that we're supposed to embrace, that we're supposed to enjoy life and embrace life? Because life has challenges. The challenge of death in life is what exactly facilitates life. So that's an example. So that's a meditation, because growing up in contemporary society, when this is a challenge and this is a hassle, and oh my gosh, this threat of death, and what if I die? What if I get hurt? But to align with natural law, natural processes, we need to embrace those challenges, and big picture, and be thankful that we have those challenges. The challenge of death facilitates life, right? So if we're saying, if someone dies, or if something dies, right? So that's kind of that's a challenge in itself, is developing that philosophy, right? So to develop philosophies that allow us to maintain optimistic. I mean, that's the thing, and that is a challenge. But when we do that and we start to get the results from that, and we feel like we're growing, that increases our optimism. So one of the things, I guess, like to take one big picture scope at optimism in general and life in general as we know it, contemporary society, and how do we maintain optimism when the planet's in peril, and when we have people disregarding the planet, and why is that even a conversation? WTF, right? And for our whole lives, we've heard that. So this is where the teachings come in, and this is, hopefully this will help somebody. Socrates says that to be truly knowledgeable, we first must know that we know nothing, and there's a humility lesson in there too. But what that means is we can't armchair quarterback things. We can't say, well, because I see this, all right, I see this, and I know, you've seen this and this, but one thing that's just what we see as humans, which we know as humans are not perfect. I definitely don't want to get into religion there. I'm just saying we're not perfect. We're learning, we're growing. We don't know everything. We don't know what the universe I do know this: the universe is capable of amazing freaking things. And the universe, I think the universe could change everything right now in an instant. It's just waiting for us as people to catch up. So when we predict the future, when we say, well, I can't see things changing, sorry, but I mean, that's a bullshit attitude. No, you can't, so what? Who says that you're supposed to? Are we all masters of predicting the future now? We're not giving the future, we're not giving things a chance to change, right? And it's all in our heads. This is the philosophy development. You know, it's all in our heads. And so the challenge is that we've been conditioned, that we've seen so many things, and we've been around in our physical existence, that so many things that, oh yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, climate denying, just to do a real, you know, super easy example. But there's also been a lot of change, you know, in the past several years, and there's been a lot of awakening, you know, and people have, everything's been sustainable for a lot longer than it has been unsustainable. And again, we have to give the universe a place to work. You know, if we shut down, right, that Socrates says we need to know that we know nothing. When we think we know something, guess what happens? Nothing. No new information about that subject comes in. If we don't see change happening, we won't see change happening, right? So that's keeping an open mind. So that's embracing the teachings, you know. That's embracing that, you know, we have to not say, oh well, you know, I don't see change happening. No, you don't. And you won't with that. But also not helping. You know, if we keep that positivity that there could be change, there can be change. Everything we do helps facilitate change. You know, and we need to be agents of change. We don't need to be sitting back watching. But oh, I'm watching you. Well, I was watching you. Well, we're just sitting here watching each other. You know, life is a participation sport. We need to be there, and we need to be engaged, and we need to fight for change. And we're not fighting for, you know, our own personal well-being. We're fighting for the planet at this point. So it's important that we have optimism to help the planet. So, you know, and that's embracing the big picture is another part of the healthy philosophy and building a good philosophy. Our species, who cares about our species? Species live and die. You know, ours is, you know, deserves to die if any of them do. But we can't hurt the planet. Embrace something bigger than ourselves. No, we don't know what's going to happen, but we have to try. And sitting back and saying, well, you know, this has been this way. Yeah, so let's change that. You know, create change. Always create change. Give. And Socrates says, you know, make sure that you don't think you have it figured out. You know, and that's a meditation. That's something that, you know, people being comfortable with not knowing what's coming next. You know, because we really don't. That's just a delusion. You know, that comfort zone is a perpetuated delusion in mainstream society, and it is a delusion. So let's see here. Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't read these. So anyways, but that's all I want to say. Socrates says, we don't know. Make sure you don't know. Make sure you don't think you know. If you think you know, you're not letting anything change. You're not letting change happen. We need change to happen. So that's, I guess, my part of finding optimism. And big picture, the planet is the important thing. Alignment with the biggest, most important thing. And then, you know, the chips fall where they fall after that as far as our species is concerned. But embrace the challenges, and good luck finding optimism.